I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we'll see the veteran Joe Flacco and his new team, the Denver Broncos, as they match up with Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. With that, let's get up to Buffalo. Standing by at New Era Field, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you. There's a look at New Era Field here in Orchard Park, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. With you from the booth, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. CDR matchup here. A couple of teams last year that were really pretty similar. Both under 500, both missed the playoffs, and they both think that they can turn things around in 2019.
Yeah, how about 2018, though? A case of the haves and the have-nots. In 16-game seasons in the NFL, for the first time last year, no one finished 8-8. Now, you know that in baseball, basketball, other sports, turnarounds can take 3, 4, 5 years. In football, could just be a few months.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here are the Bills being led out by their quarterback, the 7th overall pick in the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen. Of course, the Bills, they've been looking for a franchise quarterback for a number of years, and now they think they have their guy. He certainly had his moments as a rookie, including an impressive win in Minnesota in his second NFL start.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Oh, he shifts past him. All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's second down.
That's a good shot.
Quickly now, here's the Buffalo offense.
LaShawn McCoy, yes, he deserves the spotlight. This guy's one of the most talented backs in the NFL, both receiving and rushing. In fact, over 1,000 yards 6 times in his NFL career. Look for LaShawn McCoy to be one of the top producers in the NFL this season.
40-19. 47 is the mic. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. We got it.
Caught on the right side by Jones. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. And here's a look at the defense for Denver.
Well, let's showcase cornerback Kareem Jackson has brought his talents from Houston to Denver, and the Broncos are really excited about using him all over their secondary. Primarily a corner for most of his career, the last couple of seasons, he swung back to safety as well, and has done a nice job in both spots.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that's complete to Croft. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen, but everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. They'll face a 3rd down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3. Oh, and they had it stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down, and that looked like a clear face mask to me. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, it's Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Here we go.
Allen now on 1st down. And that is incomplete here. That is first incompletion after a 4-for-4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Allen to throw again. Incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Allen again. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. From 10 yards out. And the Bills are in for 6. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Broncos head out for their first drive and at the controls in his first season in the Mile High City, a former Super Bowl champion in Joe Flacco. And in Baltimore, they drafted Lamar Jackson. Eventually, he would take over for Flacco week 10 a season ago. So Flacco out. Well, the Broncos said, we still think he has some time left in his career. They bring him in for some stability at quarterback, something that they really haven't had in Denver since the departure of Peyton Manning after their victory in Super Bowl 50. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Flacco. And that is incomplete. Jeff Hireman, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first two passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
After that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll be a gain of 3 on what should be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Another run by Lindsey. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down.
Check three.
Flacco from the gun. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. First and 10 here for Flacco. Pitch and catch complete to Hireman. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. He'll look to throw. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
You've got to get out of bounds. You absolutely have to get out of bounds.
Right idea, working the perimeter, but the clock rolling. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
The Broncos in their hurry-up trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Counting down to 30 seconds remaining. They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He's back to throw. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Flacco. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
And that touchdown means a decision has to be made. Do they kick the PAT and tie it up, or do they go for 2 and try and win it right now?
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. So that one a 13-play drive in total, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now Flacco. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40. Now it's Lindsey. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Let's go, baby.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. They'll find Lindsey here. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So here now is Brandon McManus in a big spot. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the three, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Bills are going to get the football back.
Hey, 4 down.
First throw of overtime for Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Allen hands off to McCoy. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Bills on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Allen. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
The Bills send the punter out. And in double overtime, this needs to be a good one. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Flacco from the shadow of the goalpost. And now did he step out of the end zone? He did. Oh, it's a safety, and the game is over. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay